love a pork. Pork's mid, huh?
Okay, well, hey, hold on. What about gamer subs?
What about it?
If it doesn't kill me, I love it.
What if they made a steak flavor? Would you drink it?
Oh
Well,
my god, this is the worst
what's
conversation
what's his
we've
name?
ever had.
Badlands Chugs makes like a chili dog flavor. I'd drink that.
Dude, I watched him the other night drink like 5 cans of fucking beans out of his goddamn boot cup.
He's
And
a
it was,
legend.
and he put like some really hot fucking hot sauce in there and chugged it, and it was disgusting. But I was kind of getting off to it a little bit.
I was a little bricked up, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I watched him.
It's just so manly.
I watched him drink like 10 times the legal limit of G Fuel that you're supposed to.
The legal limit.
Really?
And so the cops are gonna arrest you after
He
drinking.
could have got a DUI.
Yeah, he was driving like 250 miles per hour down the highway after drinking that shit.
Dude, that's the worst thing to chug is fucking caffeine powder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Especially
didn't even
with
know
him,
you
too.
could
He's
OD.
He's at least like 150 pounds overweight, and putting that extra strain on your heart like that, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd be scared to do that.
have I told you guys about...
People die doing that kind of shit.
Yeah, when I had a caffeine overdose because I didn't know that was a thing. Dude, I actually thought I was gonna fucking die. It was
Yeah,
back
it
when I
can
was
cause like a panic attack, right?
yeah. Oh, absolutely. It was back when I was an editor. And
I
like,
think it can give you a heart attack. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, it can. It can.
People have
literally
died
kill
from
you.
like dry scooping too much. and
Yeah.
shit, so.
Yep.
Heart attack, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
died from that.
Yeah. I had like, I think I don't remember what I was doing. I had to go somewhere or some shit. So I did like 2 of Scotty's videos, like one of mine and one of the other dude I worked for. Like I just remember I went fucking ham. And I like did not sleep for, I don't know, fucking minutes. So I just kept having, I think it was, it wasn't G-Sups. I don't even think G-Sups existed yet. I think
You
it was,
feel?
yeah, I think I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But just kept scooping it into my cup and would just drink it. And I had a coffee too. And I was sitting in Discord talking to my friends, and I just realized I started getting super shaky. I was like, that's not good.
Was your
And my
heart going all
started
crazy?
dude, like literally, I felt like I could feel my like ribs being pushed out.
Really?
And then I had to lay on the floor. And luckily, this was like right after my office flooded. So the carpet was all taken out. And I was laying on my floor on my back, just like trying not to pass away. And I just rolled onto my side and just started throwing up everywhere.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude, it was...
Drink responsibly.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was not fun. But luckily, I just slept it off and I was okay. But sleeping was hell. I remember waking up every like 10 minutes feeling like I was like falling. Like I'd get like panicked out of my sleep because your body's just giving you panic attacks because something's not right.
You know, the other day I
that's
found out
fucked.
why that happens. Why you get that feeling of falling, and that makes sense because you were so like whacked out on caffeine. So we
Yeah.
have like there's like 2 parts of our brain that separate like reality from not reality, and sometimes it gets crossed, and that's why you have that feeling of waking up when you're falling. Because like when you're falling in your dream, your brain will, if your brain is too alert, that those 2 things will cross. And your brain will think that it's reality. That's why you when you wake up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you were on caffeine and that was happening to you all the time makes perfect sense,
just
dude.
high alert.
Your brain
well,
was
that
just way
happens
too
to
alert.
me every night, but without the falling thing. Every night, like I have my CPAP so I can see how long I've been asleep. Like my CPAP tells me like what I was sleeping. Every single night without fail. 23 minutes into falling asleep, I will wake up feeling like I just had like a dream where I'm falling, but I didn't have any dream or anything like that I've noticed. And I just get up, get out of bed, go pee, drink water, and then actually go back to sleep, and I'll sleep normal the rest of the night. But every single night, 23 minutes in, without fail.
That's really weird.
It's really
It is the most bizarre
demonic.
thing ever. It is
Like,
so
you know those
fucking
like
weird.
movies are like every night at 3:07 a.m. something happens.
But it's like, it doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I go to bed at like 9 p.m. if I'm super fucking tired, or like 3 a.m. and it'll still 23 minutes in.
Well, every time I set an alarm, if I have to be awake for something, I'll always wake
right
up before
before.
Yeah, me
the
too.
alarm.
Yep.
How the fuck does that happen?
Well, because you don't lose, unless you're sleeping in like the Vsauce white chamber that he slept in, your brain still keeps track
Track of
like
time.
subconsciously of time, so you'll have a general idea of what time it is, unless you're like in a fully blacked out or whited out room. But yeah, That's
But
from
how
what
the
I've gathered.
fuck does it know?
Well, the
Yeah,
thing
How
is,
does
your
your
mental
brain
clock.
fucking know? Like, oh, I set an alarm for 8:30.
Your
I wake
body
up
is
at
more,
8:27.
your body is more tuned to time than like mine. Like I have a lot of times where I sleep right into a. Sometimes I sleep past a fucking alarm.
But how
Oh
do
yeah,
I,
you're horrible.
But how
Yeah.
can I not just be like? How can I not just like randomly be put somewhere and be like, oh yeah, it's 3:27 p.m.
Well, if you
in
were
the
to if you were to
afternoon?
magically appear in the fucking Philippines, yeah, your internal clock would probably be thrown off. That's why people
Oh,
have jet
okay.
lag.
Well, what if even like where I live now in this
Right.
time zone? How do I not
Well,
just know what time
are
it is?
you-
Like if
all
you
the
were
time?
knocked out over the head
Well,
and
are
you
you-
woke up, can you not just be like, well, it's
Well, it's not an
3:23?
exact science.
Well, Soup, can you? Because I'm actually pretty good at it. Can you just randomly like you'll check the time, like be like, okay, I'm leaving my house at 10 a.m. and then you'll go do shit throughout the day and just like, are you able to basically be like, okay, I think it's like 4:40, and then it'll be like 4:36 or something. Like, are you able to do that? Because that is something I eventually learned to do. I don't know. My brain was
mean-
obsessed with time, so I don't know.
I mean, kind of. I don't feel like I'm that accurate. I mean, I can kind of know what time of the day it is just off of a guess, but
Yeah, then
not
I mean, your
like-
brain
not
is doing
like
the same
down-
thing when you're
I
sleeping.
can be off by like an hour or two.
You're like, oh,
or
it's dark.
even
It must
more.
be nighttime.
Damn, he's so talented.
The sun's out. It is day.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just so weird that I can wake up before an alarm. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I'm sure there's like a more exact science
I hate
behind it
when that
that we don't
happens.
understand, but I love it because like I feel
yeah,
like my
I love
alarm
it.
wakes me up more and makes me feel like dog shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess
I
that's
totally
true.
agree with that.
Yeah, because you're being pulled out of
I
your REM
used to
sleep
hate
as
when that
opposed to-
happened during school. Sorry, dude, I was interrupting you.
No, we started at the same time. I was just saying because you're being pulled naturally out of sleep as opposed to forcefully. So fuck
Right?
that.
Yeah.
What about school?
Oh, I used to hate when that happened at school or during school. Like you'd set an alarm for 7:30, and then you wake up at like 7:18. You're like, fuck,
Yeah, I could have had 12 more minutes.
12 more minutes of sleep.
Yeah, but you feel better if you just go ahead and fucking get
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
and
when
you're
you're a
like,
kid, you don't realize that. You just want the max amount of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you go to bed at 2 a.m.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, from what I've read. Anyways,
Okay.
Boon's podcast time.
Yeah,
over.
Queen's podcast time.
Overtime.
Is it overtime? Yes, it is overtime.
overtime.
Halftime show.
The halftime
Doggone.
show was
Doggone.
sick.
It was
Yeah, I heard
actually
it was
really
good, but I didn't watch the game.
Snoop Dogg was sick.
I didn't watch it.
I don't care about the Rams or the Bengals. I don't give a shit.
50 Cent on
The
the
Wrangles.
ceiling.
The Wrangles. the
Everybody's saying
Bams.
50 Cent's fat now. Fuck y'all.
He wasn't fat. He's just
He's
bulky.
just, dude. He's just.
He looks
just
jacked as
jacked.
shit to
Yeah,
me.
He looked like
looks
he looked like he's
fucking
in the
huge.
process of just bulking, and then he's gonna like.
Yeah, the cut's
don't
gonna
think
be
people-
immaculate, baby.
I was gonna say I don't think people understand how muscle building works. I think they just
Yeah.
think this guy doesn't look like Captain America, so he's fat.
He's also 46 years old, so
Yeah,
Right.
fuck. Even if he was fat, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
he's rich and old, and he probably doesn't give a fuck. So
No.